All right, so I had a request from somebody who's going on their first mule deer hunt, and he wanted to see how you load up a bag. So I'm going to do this a couple different ways. I've got the Mystery Ranch Sawtooth, and I just got it stuffed with pillows to basically simulate gear. I've got the 6 a.m. workout bag, and I've got deer bags from 6 a.m. 6 bags come in this, and this is the bone-in set of bags. If you do the boned out set of bags, I mean, it ends up being about this big, but most of the time I leave everything pretty much boned in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this workout bag to simulate your deer quarter or whatever it is. And obviously they're pretty good size. You got plenty of room in here, but just to show you how well these things breathe, I love my 6 a.m. bags. So you got air trapped in there and they breathe great. So they've got this 550 cord. You can hang your meat with this. Super strong, and the way they've got their stitching, your stitching is not going to fail. It's absolutely great stuff. So what I'm going to do is put this in there. This bag I've got filled with about 55 pounds of sand, and just so you can see, I mean, you can hold that up with those bags. So what you're gonna do, I like a load shelf. Some people don't like the meat hauling load shelf, but if you have a load shelf with this Sawtooth, you undo your side and top buckles. Got my bugle tube holder from Bendable Products. Just throw that out of the way. And then back here, loosen your load lifters. You've got this little clip, and then you take it off the frame and splay it out. Take my hose off. So you're going to splay it out and just lay it just like that. And you can adjust for however much of a load or how much space you're going to need between the bag and your quarter or your meat or whatever it is that you're hauling. I like to keep it pretty tight because I like to keep most of the weight that I haul a little bit higher up. So what you're gonna do, is lay it out on your frame. Pretty simple. And then fold your bag back over. Have to loosen these up a little bit. Do the one side, and then the other side. Oops. Usually you want to loosen them up pretty good, but I didn't loosen that up quite enough. And then I like to cinch these up pretty tight. You don't want that to be moving around. Make sure your back's tight, and then you can set it up. And this is the important part because it's going to hold the bag against your frame. and just cinch it down. All right, and then, you know, that's pretty well secured, and ready to go. Pack weight on that's going to be somewhere around 60 something pounds. With my water and everything, it's probably close to 70 pounds with everything. And that doesn't include the gear in the back. So I like the load shelf feature. Allows you to not have to take so many trips because you don't have to empty out your bag. And that's really the thing that sucks about having a without having a load shelf. So, you know, you take it for what it is. So we're gonna go ahead and pause the video, and then I'll show you what it's like to actually load it inside the bag if you don't have a load shelf. All right, so we're back. Got my meat here, and put everything back on the frame. So this is just gonna simulate a bag that doesn't have a load shelf. You've got different configurations of how your zipper is gonna be, but I'm just gonna unzip it to right here. This has got a 3/4 zip. So I'm gonna unzip it to here and show you what it's like to load it from the top. Obviously, it's a lot easier to unzip the whole thing and throw it in there that way, but I don't like I said, I don't like to run a bag without a load shelf. The reason is it gets all nasty inside your bag, and I always seem to miss some of the blood, and my bag ends up stinking and all that kind of stuff. And I like to keep all the blood and everything like that separate from my gear. So anyway, I'm gonna remove those top. And like I said, I've got pillows in there right now, but you're gonna want your gear most likely at the bottom, right? And this is where it gets to be kind of a juggling act. I'll turn this around so you can kind of see. Put your frame up against you, and that way it has something to stand up on. And then you just load it from the top. Now, I have had to do it before, you know, load hauler, where I wasn't able to zip it up all the way. So if that ends up happening, you just leave it open at the top, and then you're gonna come over with your straps here to connect to your frame. Super important. You definitely want to be connected to your frame. Otherwise, you know, your frame's going to be running loose. You can see how much movement is going to come from your bag and your frame. So you'll tighten up all of your straps on the side, and you know, like I said, your strap at the top, and you'll be good to go. And then once you put it on and everything like that, so I guess I'll show you too how I load this thing up. Depends on how much weight you're running in it. I've ran well over 100 pounds before. Not in this bag, in my Mystery Ranch Metcalf. I just haven't load tested this one yet. But I mean, I've been running this sandbag for the past couple weeks in this thing, carrying the bag with me everywhere. If you've been watching my, go ahead and move over a little bit, baby, so that you can see everything. Anyway, if you've been watching my videos, you've been able to see that, you know, I've been running this bag everywhere. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. One of the ways is by brute force, which grab on to the strap here, depending on whether you're right-handed or left-handed. Grab onto the strap, grab onto either your frame or if you've got one of those handles, get up under and try not to give yourself a hernia. So, get my other strap. And then, guess I should have loosened the belt. And then pull your belt tight. I get my shoulder strap situated, my chest strap, and then the last thing I do are my load lifters. And you're gonna see how this thing sucks it to me. And that's just to keep your center of gravity, you know, with all that weight. So that's one way to do it. And the other way to do it, sometimes takes a little bit of a, you know, some core strength. So loosen these up a little bit. And basically, what I'll do sometimes if I've really got a lot of weight in there is I'll lay down on the bag, bring it tight, get my load lifters, and then I'm going to roll over to my knees and get up that way. So a couple different ways you can do it, and hopefully that helps. And you know, you guys have a good and successful season this year. Punch some tags, tag us in the pictures. I'd really appreciate it on Instagram, Primitive Republic Podcast. Facebook, right now they're giving me a hard time about changing the name from Archery Outdoorsman to Primitive Republic. So it's Archery Outdoorsman on there. You can obviously watch us on YouTube or go and listen to our podcast. Our website address is www.primitiverepublic.com. So thanks for watching, and good luck this season.